Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Um, Today we find Miss Robin Clay um, as she is, well, walking through the steps. As she does so, it's actually, fairly bright day, or for as far as she can tell. As she's walking around and yeah, just going on her way to probably like a place where she knows she can get like a coffee or even some breakfast or something. She doesn't really have the feeling that anything is wrong at first until all of a sudden the weather changes and there are dark clouds and all of a sudden like seems to not just the clouds that become darker but the entire world almost seems to like fade. It's like it's either night or there is this huge storm coming. um and as the wind kind of picks up around her and she looks around kind of troubled, uh, a she sees a shadow standing near some bushes, like, and she looks around and she can't really make out the shape at first, so she squints her eyes as she stares at it, and the shadowy person stares back at her, and as there is like a flash all of a sudden, but strangely enough, without any thunder or something, just the sudden flashes. If you're watching a silent movie, she notices the bald head and the yellow orange kind colored eyes. She stops dead in her tracks for a moment, stares, and as the shadowy figure, almost without making a sound, just starts to, you know, come closer and walk up to her, she starts running, um, almost kind of wildly running away from this shade, this hunter. She stumbles um, over a branch, mm, gets back up on her feet, and the shadow hasn't really come closer, although it's definitely following her. So again, she'll continue running until she finds some undergrowth that she can dive under or burst through, actually, is more the case, and she zigzags through the sept until she's fairly sure that she lost him and just kind of stays there behind a tree, uh, gasping as she's out of breath from this almost bolt that she made. And yeah, it's there that someone might find her. She's kind of carefully peeking around the tree.
Well, um, Cammy has decided to enjoy the nice weather today. It's sunny, it's warm, but not too hot, and feeling that sun against sort of the the side of her head that is now a little bit more exposed than it had been before, she's been in a fairly good mood. Making her way across the sept in sort of just a casual attire, she had decided that maybe today was a good day to check in on some of the cubs that she had been sort of asked to take a look at and take care of and train and whatnot. And as she sees Robin in the distance, from what she thinks initially is a jog, though she's perhaps dressed a little bit strangely for a jog, she notices that as Robin gets closer, she has a distressed look on her face. And Cammy sort of stares to the left and then to the right, sort of trying to see exactly what could have her in such a tizzy, especially in the Tellurian. And Cammy just kind of picks up a slow jog to keep pace, sort of off adjacent to one side to kind of keep an eye on Robin until Robin finally finds a place to hide. And Cammy just sighs and sort of makes her way up. She's wearing sort of these magenta colored cross trainers, so she doesn't make a whole lot of noise as she comes up, and she just finds a little place to sit where she can watch Robin. And she sort of props herself up on a rock and folds her legs in sort of lotus style, and she begins to observe Robin, see exactly what she's doing.
So, yeah, Robin is, yeah, we can see Robin kind of peeking around the tree. Seems to be searching for something. She hasn't seen Cammy yet. And finally, once Robin is convinced that at this point she cannot see the hunter, um, Robin starts like crouching, strangely enough. She she goes to the next tree. And again, kind of like, peeks around. From Cammy's point of view, this probably looks kind of hilarious, like the fuck. But yeah, like again, Robin is looking around, looking actually at this point to all sides, because who knows where this guy may, pop up next. She's like, Robin is pretty convinced that she can't deal with this guy. So next on our list is yeah, trying to find help, because how the fuck did this guy get into the sept? Shouldn't all kinds of alarms have gone off? So yeah, she's going slowly into the direction of a more populated area of the sept.
Tammy's just going to put her fingers in between her lips and she's just going to give Robin a whistle.
Robin jolts. She doesn't jump up, actually. She does quite the opposite and lowers herself completely to the ground. Going almost like on fours, flats. As she looks around, spots Cammy, and kind of bolts towards her, and probably tries to get her to the ground as well. As she's like, "Shh, shh, he's here. Be quiet."
Mr. Sandman? The
No,
Muffin Man?
the hunter. He's in the sept. Gotta warn
What?
everyone.
Um, she's just going to put a hand on top of Robin's head. Robin, where is he?
I don't know. I've
Was
lost him. He was following me.
How long has he been following you?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. A while.
While you were running through the sept like a maniac?
Trying to outrun him.
Was he behind you at that point?
Yeah, we gotta warn. We gotta go through the water.
You said a hunter.
Yellow eyes, you know? Sword. Bald guy.
Robin, there's no one following you. And if somebody had entered into the sept that's not supposed to be here, believe me, the water would have been the first one to know, and he would have been on it like a hawk.
Maybe he found a way to, get behind the warts or something. I don't know. Maybe he dug a tunnel or jumped or I don't know what this guy can do. But I can't take it, okay? We gotta find more people.
He, there's no way that a hunter of all things.
Not a hunter. He have you not read about them on the Wormfoes board? They were created by this company. Okay. Like sort of clones style. He's a mad, crazy fighter, and he can decapitate people with one blow of his sword.
That may be the case, but he still couldn't get in to the set.
Maybe they found a way.
I really, really doubt it.
I mean, but he's here. He was right behind me. Like when we fought him, he almost killed Simon. I mean, we have to warn everybody. As Robin, gets kind of frantic and probably kind of starts shaking at me, like, please listen to me. Like, she seems really panicked.
All right, all right, all right. Cammy's gonna pull a mirror out from her pocket. Make the jump over. We'll make this real easy.
Right, right, right. Maybe he can't follow. Yeah. Yeah, she'll try and. Would I have die less on my. Probably. Uh,
It's enough.
yeah, barely, but hey.
Let me do my thing. Yep. Cammy.
Mm-hmm. Robin.
And Cammy, sitting there in the Umbra, gets across before Robin does, so she just kind of plops herself back down on the rock and waits for Robin to pop through because she can see that Robin is definitely making progress and hasn't gotten stuck yet.
Yeah, it takes her a few minutes, I believe, to only
Mm-hmm.
one success. Um, but yeah, eventually she steps into the Umbra and it's looking a little less panicked right now. She kind of expects that this guy can't follow them here. She's not entirely sure though, so she still looks very much on guard.
So, Robin, I want you to look around. You
Yeah,
know how everything in the Umbra has a reflection of what's in the real world, right?
right.
All right, so look around. Now, if this guy is exactly what's described on the Wormfos board, then he would likely be attracting Banes to him, wouldn't he?
I I don't know. I guess you're the theurge.
Okay. Well, you seem to have some grasp of the idea of the Umbra reflection and how things work. So look around. Do you see any Banes?
I'm gonna make a willpower roll to see if Robin sees Banes.
Don't you fucking botch this.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible. Oh, she aces it.
Nice.
So yeah, she looks around. Um, no.
And if there were Banes here that we couldn't see, and she'll kind of point to like the Sentinel spirits that sort of patrol around, namely the Falcons. Do they look like they're at all alarmed at the moment?
No.
If there were anything remotely wormish that had made its way in here, do you think that they would look at ease as they do?
You're sure they can't be tricked or fooled?
Not by not by a Fomori, not by a human, and rarely by a spiral. So unless we're talking about Maelgen and Karna or something like that, then no.
Oh. Oh.
And let's be honest, if I were hunting a cub, I wouldn't strike them while they were in the place that they are most safe.
Right. Um, she kind of blinks with her eyes a few times. Um, but I saw him.
Cammy's just going to reach out and she's going to boop Robin right on the nose. The one finger.
I mean, Robin being jumpy as fuck right now does jump, sort of. Like, something she didn't really expect to happen. Then kind of looks cross-eyed at Cammy's finger. What was that for?
I think maybe you're seeing things.
I mean, no.
What other explanation do you have, Robin?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe my. Maybe my imagination just went crazy a little bit. I slept badly tonight. Last night.
Cammy will nod.
Robin looks a bit ashamed. Like, not just a bit, actually.
Every now and then I wake up absolutely certain that my parents are in the kitchen. My dad at the breakfast table reading through a paper, my mom packing my lunch. Smell of Belgian waffles still wafting as much as I can smell you right through my nose. Certainly shakes you down to your core when you realize that it's not there. Thing that you always hoped for. Looks like you may have a touch of that yourself, just in the inverse.
Maybe it's just stress or something like that. I don't know.
You know, life as a cub certainly can be pretty stressful.
Yeah, and let's deal with Ragabash trying to. Never mind. So you're absolutely sure he's not on Sept, right?
I would literally have my entire worldview changed if that were the case. It
Okay.
would be literally unprecedented if someone who's not even a spiral or a major bane managed to subvert our defenses.
Right. So I just made a fool out of myself.
Well, and again, she just kind of, you know, she's just gonna, again, just kind of boop Robin's nose again. And just smile at Robin. I'm the only one who saw it.
Sure.
I didn't see anyone else running towards you being like, what the hell's wrong?
that obvious, right?
You were ducking in and out like you were dodging bullets. So yeah.
I kind of expected the sword to come at me out of nowhere.
But it didn't,
No, I didn't.
and you're safe.
Hmm. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. I would normally I'd say I'd buy you a coffee, but there are not really good coffee places on Sept.
She just kind of sits back and just kind of smiles at her. Seems like you sometimes care just a little bit too much about what people are thinking about you.
Mm, not really.
It's the impression I get sometimes.
Robin kind of shrugs.
So, other than waking nightmares, what's new with you?
Mm, mm, not a whole lot. According to the Den Father, the spirits think I'm ready to do my rite of passage soon. Um,
Tammy kind of smiles and she pulls a cigarette out of her spider satchel and lights it. Takes a long puff in. Cool. So definitely going Glasswalker, yeah.
um, sorry, I have to disappoint you there.
Uh, so I guess you're doing what is expected of you.
I see merit in it.
Well, true. Do you think that the Silver Fangs are going to work out for you? And I'm not asking like to deter you. I'm asking as a general,
No,
genuine.
I get it. I, I mean, they first, of course, have to accept me, but yeah, I I'm not. I think there are things that I don't entirely agree with when it comes to their worldview, but ultimately, the I think the good parts outweigh the negatives. I see the negatives as things that I would like to try and change or do differently.
Change a whole tribe, huh?
Hmm. I mean,
Got some goals there, kid.
I don't really think that I could change an entire tribe, but I can always try. And if what Jacob says about the Silverfangs is right, and they rule by example, then as long as I set a good example, others might follow. So if I show how I would like to see the world change, and even if I could change the mindset of a small group, a pack, a sept, and from there on spread it further, spread it outward. I'm not saying it's all possible, but if you don't try, you're sure you're gonna lose.
There's a healthy way of looking at it.
I mean, I don't think any guru, be it a Silverfang or not, would listen to someone who just became a Cleath and be like, "Oh, now my entire world has changed." So it's an end goal, something to strive towards, something to work towards.
Well, your world kind of does completely change once you become a Cleof. You now have real responsibility to worry about.
True. Mm, I like to think I'm a responsible person.
I haven't seen anything to the contrary as of yet.
Well, that's good to hear.
So I'm supposed to be training with you guys.
Oh, oh, okay. I wasn't aware. I'm sorry. Did you set a time? Did I miss a note somewhere?
No.
Okay, good. Do you want me to see if I can find the others?
No, it's fine right now.
Okay. So, um, do you did you come here to train me?
Well, I hadn't started out that way, but it seems we are where we are.
Okay. So, pop quiz then.
Oh, you mean like I'm giving you a pop quiz? I thought you were getting ready to ask me a question.
I thought you were supposed to train me, right?
Well, yes.
And since you are the theurge, I didn't necessarily think you would be giving me combat training. So,
Cammy's gonna cross her arms, sort of tilt her head to one side. Well, if that's not very stereotypical, I don't know what is.
um, I'm sorry. I just
I see. Oh no, Theurge can't do anything remotely useful in combat. I get it. And she'll hop up
I would
from the
never
rock.
say that.
Mm,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no. Theurge
I
can't
got
teach you anything combat. He can he? Mm-mm.
I got the shit kicked out of me by a Ragabash. I would not, and by a Theurge, by the way. I would not presume that a Theurge can't fight. I just presumed that your strength would lie not first and foremost in battle. I do realize that we are all Garus, so we're all expected to do battle, so I would never say that you wouldn't be good at it, just that your priorities might be elsewhere.
She just smirks. Come on, follow me. And she begins to walk towards the training grounds.
Oh, okay. Yes, Raya. As Robin's etiquette score kind of starts to kick in again, and she's like, right. Realizes that she hasn't even actually properly greeted Cammy, but decides to, not. I mean, the Gaswalker didn't try to enforce it, so must be good, right?
Probably.
She that's basically in her head. She's like, yeah, must be good, probably, maybe. If not, I'll find out and I'll accept punishment as it comes. So yeah, she'll basically follow Cammy, yeah, at the heel.
And Cammy looks over at the training dummies that are set up, and she sets down, or she doesn't really set down her swag, but she sort of shifts it over so that way the strap is completely across the chest and not like over the shoulder. And she reaches her hand down and into it, and she pulls out a looks to be like a SMG, basically a small little, uh, relatively large looking. Looks large for a pistol, small for a rifle.
Hmm.
And she pulls it out, aims it at the training dummy, and I will roll. As she holds down the trigger and empties an entire like 30 rounds into the training dummy.
Robin looks impressed. Not, you're gonna teach me how to shoot.
It's one of the more practical ways to fight in this modern age, especially since a lot of the adversaries we go against that aren't strictly spirals will tend to use these on us as opposed to anything else. And she'll eject the magazine and put another one in, and then sort of put a hand on Robin's shoulder and sort of guide her to where she was just standing.
Yeah. Mm, Robin will go stand in place. My dad did take me to a shooting range once. I know a little bit about it, but not a whole lot.
She'll nod. Well, first thing is, always treat it like it's loaded,
Hmm.
even if you think it's not.
Never stick it down your pants.
Ugh. Never stick it down your pants anywhere where you don't want an accidental discharge to happen.
Hmm.
True of many things going down your pants.
Right.
Secondly, and she'll sort of gesture for Robin to lift up the gun.
Yep. Rowan will lift it and kind of like, not necessarily, but kind of like have aims it towards the dummy.
So, second thing is never point it at anything that you aren't willing to destroy. And
Hmm.
then she sort of makes sure that Robin's finger isn't inside the trigger well. And if it is, she'll sort of move it out.
Hmm.
Never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire.
Right.
So she'll walk around to the other side and sort of gesture to the area that's above her thumb. This is your selector. Single
Select.
shot,
Oh.
3-round burst, full auto. And she'll gesture to another switch, safety. When it's
Hmm.
down, you can see this little red dot. That means that the safety is on. When you push it up, and she'll push it up, that means the safety's off. Safety basically prevents you from accidentally shooting if you don't want to shoot.
Yeah.
Always make sure to take the safety off before you decide you want to start shooting.
That would help. Yeah.
So, magazine's already in, and she'll gesture to a small knob on the side of the SMG. This is the slide. Essentially, this is what allows the next round to come up into the chamber uh, when you're firing. Right now, there's not a round in the chamber because I just put a new magazine in. So go ahead and pull it back until it clicks, and then let it go.
Okay. Robin will yeah, pull the thingy. Pull the thingy.
Okay. So those are the basics of getting to the point where you're ready to shoot. And she'll switch the selector down to single fire. Now, next thing you want to do, you want to aim.
Always use two eyes.
Yep. Always look down the top of the barrel, and you can see here. She'll put her fingers on both points. These are your sights. Line them up, and that's a rough area of where the bullet will go.
All right.
Of course, you can also use this, and she'll press a button on the little cylinder on the side of the gun, and a little red dot appears sort of almost in line, if not in line, where the sights are aimed currently. Take the time to focus on that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit easier to get your first few shots on point.
All right. Yeah, Robin will put both her hands on the gun again and just kind of stares at the red dot. Kind of aims in the middle of the chest of this training dummy. Poor guy.
So take your time, and mechanically, for every turn that you aim, you gain an extra dice on your attack, up equal up to your perception score, and for every turn, or for if you aim for one turn with a laser sight, it's -1 difficulty.
Okay. Then yeah, Robin stays there for like well, the equivalent time of 2 turns probably, which is like either 6 or 12 if you go by the 3 or the 6 system.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like tries to relax somewhat and focus on just a red dot. And yeah, she'll hit the trigger. Um, you said that the +1 die is to attack, right? Not to damage.
It's always to the attack roll.
Yeah, I figured. Wow.
That's 5 successes.
Yep.
I have to consult the damage for an SMG to see if you just destroy that fucking dummy or not. Okay, let's see here. SMG does 4 damage.
Okay. So that is 4 carried over +4. 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, you do a little bit of damage to it, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
on the first shot. And actually, for one shot, that's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Thank you. Robin smiles. Happy little, confident smile.
Shoot it in the head this time.
All right. She kind of reloads and this time points the laser a little further up and yeah, it takes about the same time to focus and focus on her breathing as well. And yeah, goes for the head. Eh, straight past it probably.
It's just that.
Yeah.
Cammy just kind of smirks and looks at Robin.
Robin bites her lower lip, frustrated, especially by the smirk, and reloads. And this time a little less calm, so I'll basically she'll focus, but definitely not as long. Like she'll only focus for a turn because she's now kind of frustrated and getting more eager to prove herself, which usually makes someone make more mistakes. So yeah.
You get a success.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Four.
your
Then
damage plus
wait,
the
plus.
additional 3.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was initially it was 4, right? And then
yeah, so it's 7 damage total because you're shooting it in the head.
yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Not bad.
Oh,
So yeah, she puts a nice little hole in the thing's head. Better.
thank you.
Now, and she's going to flip the selector up to full auto.
Robin's eyes kind of widen at that. That feels an awful lot like loss of control, you know?
Well, that's why Cammy is going to stand sort of behind her and put one arm sort of around Robin to sort of put a hand over hers to help her stabilize the SMG. All right, so I'm going to assume this is your first time shooting full auto.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So, a couple things about holding down the trigger and just letting it spray. Most of the time, this is done to keep people's heads down. If bullets are flying at them, they want to keep their heads as hidden as possible.
Hmm.
It's more of a defense thing, but at very close range, it's almost guaranteed hits. Um, at medium range, it can still be pretty effective. You can do a lot of damage very quickly to multiple people if need be. So, I want you to take your time. I want you to wait until you think you've got the perfect shot lined up. And then I want you to pull the trigger and try not to panic when it starts firing. Now, it's going to have a tendency to climb because the kick is continuous. So be mindful of that and try and hold it as steady as you can.
Right.
And I've got you in case you start to lose control, okay? Whatever you do,
Okay.
just don't let go. Just don't let go of it, okay? Because when you let go of it, it's still going to spit off a few rounds, and I'd much rather not either of us get shot today.
I agree. All right. I just realized, by the way, that I made a mistake. Not be rolling with a -1.
Oh, yeah.
-1 die. Yeah.
No, no dice and firearms.
Mm. So yeah, Robin is trying to calm herself down. She definitely looks way more nervous than when it was just a single round. And gonna lick her lips and yeah, closes her eyes for a few seconds, then opening them and starts focusing on again that kind of red dot that's now again pointed at the torso of said training dummy.
Take your time.
Hmm.
Just watch. And when you're ready, pull the trigger.
Robin's probably gonna take like um, yeah, the equivalent of like, I don't know, maybe 5 rounds even, because yeah, she is gonna take her time. Like
What's your
she's
perception score?
oh, it's only 2, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But she will make damn sure that she's taking her time.
All right, so then add a total of 12 dice
Oh
to your
boy.
current roll. Well, no, 11 because of your -1. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's difficulty 7 because you got the laser.
Okay. Um, so it's 11 dice plus my dex firearms, or just total?
11 plus your dex
Oh, okay.
at difficulty 7.
Mm, one, two successes. But I'm gonna make a willpower roll check to see if she, can actually hold the gun steady and not freak out about this. She's doing it. Barely. So yeah, and damage. Still the 4, right? 4 plus 1 success.
Yeah.
The damage sucks, but at least she kind of held it steady and did what she was supposed to do.
Cameo just smile. All right, and she'll step away, kind of pat Robin on the shoulder. Right here, magazine ejects. Go ahead and push it.
Yes, she does so immediately as soon as it's pointed out to her.
The magazine drops out, and Cameo catch it, and she'll pull another magazine out of her bag. All right, slide that one in. Basically, put it in, slap the bottom of it till it clicks.
Yeah, she looks at it, see if there's like a this side up thing on it, but probably kind of knows how to do this sort of with one dot in firearms. I think you know how to load a gun.
Oh, you have it done on firearms?
I have a dot in firearms.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay. Neat.
So yeah, she clicks it by slamming on it and hands the gun back to Cammy.
Cammy shakes her head and she just points at the dummy. All on your own now. Full auto.
All right.
Same deal as before.
If I asked, like, is it 11 plus dex plus firearms, or
It would be 12. I didn't realize you had it'd be 10 plus dex plus firearms, basically.
okay, so 10 plus dex plus firearms, -1 for the nightmares.
And then however long she aims it, add up to an
Oh right,
additional
yeah,
2.
yeah. She'll again take about the same time, a little less long, since she now kind of felt the impact, but still way over 3 or way over 2 turns. So yeah.
Difficulty 7. Let's see what happens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow.
Damn.
Did I
So
do that?
yeah.
Did I count that correctly? Give me a moment.
Yeah. One,
Nine, one,
two,
two,
three,
three,
four, five,
four,
six,
five, six,
seven. Yeah.
7. Yeah, 7. Okay. So that is 6 plus 4 is 10d10.
11. Or no,
11.
or you're right. 6.
Yeah.
Ugh. Go for it. Don't
One
mind
success to hit.
me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 -1, so 4.
Yeah.
So still not like insanely much, but yeah. She still looks rather uncomfortable with like this like kind of spraying of bullets on the poor dummy that I think is starting to look pretty messed up by now.
By now, like the bits of straw and sand have all pretty much started to fall out of it.
Oh. And yeah, she'll after this burst, she'll quickly glance at Cammy to see if she did good, And then we'll also like eject the clip, and this time sort of clumsily tries to catch it. Definitely doesn't go as fluid and as when Cammy caught it. So, and she'll hand the empty clip back.
All right, safety on.
Click.
There you go.
And again, she hands the gun back to Cammy.
She'll take it, and she'll set it down on a nearby table, letting it cool before she puts it back
Yeah.
into her bag because they've put about 150 round or yeah 150 rounds through it.
Yeah, that's
So that barrel's a little on the warm side.
only a little. Mm. Robin looks kind of expectantly at Cammy, like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna give this in. She looks like a student that's waiting for on her mark.
And Cammy just nods. Not bad. Not bad at all. Definitely got some bass talent in it. And that's something you can work on.
Well, thank you. Robin does beam somewhat. Anything you think I could improve on?
Well, you're going to have to work on your comfort level.
Fair enough.
But that's sort of the same with anything that you learn how to use that has the potential to hurt people.
Yeah.
But once you have that down and once you're feeling comfortable, you can lose your fear of it. Though I don't ever recommend everybody. I always say this about firearms. It's okay to lose your fear of them, but never lose your respect of what they can do. Even though we're pretty resistant to damage from these things in our various forms, they're still deadly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say that you're definitely capable of carrying one with you into battle at this point. Maybe not one that's fully automatic, but you definitely would do well with a pistol, I think.
I've never used a pistol in battle. Mainly because I didn't own one, I will admit that, but yeah. I mean, I could pick one up. I guess. Just not quite sure. Might need to ask Jacob if he is okay with that. Hmm. Actually, no. I don't need to ask him for that. I can decide for myself.
Cammy smiles. Starting to come in your own.
I mean, I never asked Jacob for permission before I became a cub. I mean, he's my cousin, not my dad or something. It's just. It's kind of gotten weird in a way because, the different positions. I'm a cub and he's like an athro. So yeah,
Not a cub for much longer, the way I hear it.
I hope not. Though the spirits may say that I'm ready, but I don't really feel ready yet. I've only learned about the coronation like about 2 months ago, maybe a few days longer than that. But before that, I didn't know anything. And now, you know, as much as I would enjoy being able to make my own decisions in the way of, I can go where I want and eat what I want and not have to sleep in a den anymore. I also feel that there is a lot that I still need to learn before I would find myself fully mm, confident enough to be clear. So I don't know. There's a It's difficult, you know?
Well, the spirits think you're ready. Keep that in mind when you decide how long you want to take on this.
True, and I do. I just don't have the feeling that, like I said before, a Ragabash can beat me in combat, but I am supposed to be, as a Galliard, one of the better fighters. How can I be what is expected of one of my auspice when I get kicked down so easily?
Kimmy seems to think on it, and then yeah, she punches, literally punches Ryan in the face.
What?
Yeah,
God damn it.
that's only one bashing.
I mean, if it's literally in the face, then that's
It,
lethal.
well, no, I mean punches her in the face in the
Oh,
sense
okay.
of I didn't aim it, but I could take liberties of where it actually
Yeah,
landed.
no, fair enough, fair enough. She soaks it,
Mm-hmm.
but she does look hella surprised.
That rage roll though,
Oh, fuck yes. Yeah,
spending the willpower.
she
No, gonna let it go through.
no. I already pressed enter before you said, "Are you spending the willpower?" I was like, "Oh." What moon is it? Tell me something low,
Uh,
because that's an awful lot of successes. My phone. I have like a moon calendar on my phone. Give me a moment.
it's a
Yes.
waxing gibbous.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well,
Looks like Cammy's spending a rage to shift to Krinos, and we're gonna roll initiative.
yep.
I'm not
Cause
quite sure how to help you with that.
Excuse you. I don't
timing.
know how to help myself with that either right now.
Oh, shit. Um, yeah, I have to spend a rate to get into Krinos as well, by the way. So,
Oh, balls.
oh shit. Um, let me see what my things are. Oh, bollocks. Krinos. That is free. Okay, so it's
This is like the 10th time this has happened.
Why do you do it? Also, I feel, in all honesty, if someone suddenly punches you in the face, I don't think you can spend willpower. Would it? Story-wise,
you
it would feel a
could,
bit
but
weird. Story-wise, it would feel a bit weird because the way I see willpower is like when you're, trying not to have something happening. So on a whim, that just feels a bit weird to me. But yeah, okay. So, um, yeah. Robin is gonna lash out, and this is going to claw. It's very good. I haven't spent XP yet. Two successes.
I am going to attempt to block. And I am
Oh wait,
going to.
wait. No, let me reroll. No, let me take one success off actually. One success because I made my full dice pool again. So I'll take one of the 9s off there. So one success. It's only strength. Minus 1.
Oh, let me spend a point of rage for a dodge, actually, because a dodge is a better dice pool than. Oh, it's the same. How many successes did you have?
1.
I fail, so you do connect.
Oh. Damn it. 1 egg. So probably because Frenzied Krynos was confused. Yeah, there's only like the slightest scratch of the claws.
What is Carino's stats? I forget. +3 or 4 for. It's 3.
Yeah.
Strength is +4. So 5.
Dex is +1.
He soaks it.
Oh wait, you need it. Yeah. Sorry, your stamina is +3. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is going to strength plus brawl you. She will grapple you.
Wait, we're at the training grounds. Can I make a suggestion?
Hmm.
Activate a Mercy Talon. They're lying around.
I can't activate one for you. On you.
Oh,
And I
fuck.
can't activate anyone
Oh.
anyway because I have spent rage.
Oh, crap. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So you grapple for 1 success?
I haven't.
Oh, I should actually have declared rage because, yeah,
You have to spend rage.
I have to spend rage. So I would have to spend 2, I guess.
Yep. So I have to actually manage to grapple you. So first off, it's going to be 8d10.
Okay, that's versus my. Let me see.
That is 5 successes on the grapple.
Okay, that is strength.
Brawl to try and break out of it.
Okay, strength roll to try to break out of it. So that is 2 minus 1. I have 7 dice for this moment. At this point, I'm actually kind of happy with the -1 on my dice pools.
Yeah, that might be a good thing.
Oh, look, I'm not the only one here anymore. Oh, great.
All right, so 3, so you don't break out, and I get to roll damage on you.
I mean, this is my action. Oh, wait, this is your action still.
Yeah.
But can't you roll damage in the second? I thought the first one was only 2. I don't know, just do it. Roll the damage.
5 bashing?
Okay, let me try and soak this with my awesome stamina. I can't soak all of it, by the way, with my awesome stamina. Because, yay, -1. I soak 2.
You don't lose -1 on your soak rolls.
Oh, okay. Let me add 1 then. Yeah, you're right. Still 2.
Yep. So you take 3 damage
I
as
take
Cammy
3.
Cammy whips Robin around, bashing her head, like her body, into the side of the training post. The dummy is now actually destroyed.
That poor training dummy. What has it ever done to you? Okay, so second or knife.
Now you gotta try and break out. Strength brawl. We're in
Yeah,
range rounds.
this is my first rage action. So strength brawl. I mean, it's still 2 successes. I think you can beat this easily.
Nope, I can't.
Or not. Okay. Oh boy.
So
So
you break free.
second rage action.
Yep.
She's again gonna claw. 2 successes this time. No. Oh wait. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Again, I did it for the grapple. I did it correct, and now I use my full dice pool again. But this time the 2 falls off. Unless you want me to re-roll, but
I'll take
yeah.
what you got.
Okay. 6 plus 1 minus 1, so 6. That's 3 egg.
Take 2, so I'm now at 3.
Oh boy.
And this would be a great time, now that we're at the end of the rage rounds, for Kailani to roll initiative.
Damien tells me that I shouldn't put too many holes in you. Heather, roll initiative, please.
Alrighty. Oh, not the full water glass. Here. Have the person.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's upset. I wouldn't let him play with a glass full of water.
You're such a cruel mom.
Oh.
Maybe we should actually put our initiatives in the side chat. Or not. Okay, do you just want to continue, or do you want to wait on Heather?
I would really like to wait on Heather.
Wait on Heather!
Oh, shit.
That's totally fair!
Oh,
What?
shit.
What?
She sounds like I came back and she's not in here. I thought she had just muted.
No, she literally left. But she's back,
Kalani, save me. We're both squishy, but she has more rage than I do.
I mean, also I burn through it faster. Although, no, actually not.
Good, you beat us both. You get to go first.
Yes, you go first.
Okay. Okay, who looks more injured right now?
Sorry, what?
I'll tell you what, type it out into the side chat,
Yeah.
and I'll be your voice while you help Weston cope with the loss of water. Cammy definitely looks the most injured. And currently not in frenzy. My son is coming to terms with the fact that he cannot play with the full glass of water. All right, Kailani is going to come and try and tackle Robin.
Okay.
Okay, werewolf combat chart. That is where?
Good question. I don't know.
Tackle is dexterity brawl, difficulty 7.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, boy.
Oh. One success.
Well, each of you has to make a dex athletics roll, difficulty 7 to stay out of your way. Robin's next attack is +1 difficulty.
Kailani automatically.
Sorry, you need. Dex athletics, so that is. Yeah. Okay, Dex athletics to 7, right. Yeah, no, Robin is on her ass.
Oh yeah, Kailani doesn't.
Oh, nice. Yeah, of course. Damn stargazers with their gifts.
Gift literally called balance.
Yeah. And as far as I know, no, Robin doesn't have anything like that. No. Okay, so yeah, Robin is on her ass, and okay,
She has to spend a turn to get back up.
or she just has to try it
Mm-hmm.
on the ground. So I'm gonna roll just a fate die. Odds is she's going to just claw away from the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and evens is she's going to stand up.
Okay.
Okay, she's going to claw from the ground.
Well, it's what, +1 plus fighting from the ground? Was that a +3 difficulty?
I thought +2. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, the tackle means it's the +1 difficulty for your next turn.
Then it's now +3. Yes.
Yeah.
I will take that. Okay. However, this new target is annoying. Or is she focused on, like, that's the thing I'm not quite sure about Rage. Is she focused on the person in general, or did it now just become whoever the fuck is?
I would say that you could go either way. Honestly, Cammy is the target of your frenzy because she's the one that sucker punched you.
Yeah. Why you do this? You know what? Fuck it. Vinny, 1 or 2. He's gonna roll a d2 to see who I'm attacking. Say 1 is Cammy and 2 is Kalani. Kalani. Okay. I'm gonna attack Kalani.
Oh boy.
Using my correct dice pool, -1 with +3 difficulty. Nope, she botches. She spends 2 rage, of course.
And Cammy is just going to spend a rage and dogpile on her. That's 6 successes to grapple.
Okay. Let's try and bust out, right?
Yep. You gotta beat 6 successes.
No, I don't. So yeah, she's successfully grappled.
Alright, I am going to roll her damage. So it is her strength plus 5, which is an 11d10. 7 bashing.
Wow. Okay. I'll roll my soak. Soak 2.
So that's
So that
5.
was 5. I had 1.
You
Do
had
we do
3.
okay, 3, sorry. Do we
But you
use
healed
the
1.
healed 1? So 7.
5 plus 7, or 5 plus 2 is 7, which means you're exactly incapacitated.
Yes.
So as as Cammy just sort of jumps down, grabs a hold of the prone, unsuspecting, frenzying Galliard, she just takes her hands behind Robin's head, grabs a hold of tufts of fur, and then just smashes the face into the ground several times until she stops moving. And then she reverts back to breathe and just lays back, like hand over her chest where she's bleeding, just like, oh, I didn't expect that. A Black Opal, how did you get here?
That's a really good question.
Vampires will sept! No!
I
I
think it's
didn't-
more disturbing vampires in the Umbra.
Was
I
she
didn't
man
even that,
before?
yeah.
I think is the first thing I should ask.
I didn't change
Then
my
I can
name
decide
twice.
whether to eat you.
There we go.
So Candy's just gonna roll off to one side and just lay there for a minute. Just be like, oh, I forgot. Galliard. That time of the month for Galliards. Oh. And she's gonna look over at Kailani and just give Kailani the thumbs up. Thank you.
Kailani's ears will flick in acknowledgement. You're welcome.
And Cammy will pull a guy's breath out of her satchel and spend the Gnosis point to activate it to clear up those aggravated claw marks. As she slowly stands up and looks at Robin laying on the ground. That was scary.
Jacob is now here.
Jacob, you are on the training grounds in the Umbra. There is an unconscious cousin and a completely ravaged training dummy.
Cool. Okay, so Jacob will come onto the scene and immediately just go, what the fuck just happened?
Training mishap. On the plus side, your cousin's got a good bit of fight on her. She's also pretty handy with a gun. On the negative side, she has enough rage in her inherently to frenzy.
All of what you just said upsets Jacob. So he will head on over to the downed cousin, to the downed bird. Shot down. Brutally and unceremoniously. The duck
Only a
hunt
little
is
bit.
real.
Just only a little bit bloody in
and
the face.
he'll kind of just make sure she's in a comfortable position and then just sit next to her. Probably have her kind of resting against him a little bit because it'll be more comfortable than just like strut about in some sort of somewhat twisted position in the dirt.
I liked this top. Bucket of water, Jacob, right?
Let her wake up on her own.
Fair enough. So I guess they'll wait out Robin waking up.
Yeah, get up, bird.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna last that long. She was at 7 exactly, so yeah, like probably after like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or something. Yeah, Robin's eyes kind of groggily open. It's like, ow. Mm, what was that? You punched me. Why? She blinks and looks up at Cammy and then looks back at Jake. When did you get here?
Just about a few seconds after you passed out, I think.
What happened? She looks. This time it's Cammy.
Well, you said you said that you weren't going to be much of a fighter, and I helped prove you wrong.
I said I wasn't.
Jacob looks sus at this.
I just got so incredibly mad. That
Yeah,
just felt like an explosion.
I thought I told you about rage in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I know you told me, but shit.
Learning and experiencing are two very different things.
mm-hmm.
At least nobody got hurt badly.
You okay?
Oh yes, I'm fine.
I wasn't asking for you. Okay. That's good.
I mean, it might help to state whom you're asking it to, because that's like 3 people it could apply to.
He's asking the bird.
Okay.
The
Well,
pigeon tweets back.
chilp. Robin just kind of, feels her head. It's like, well, my head kind of feels like it's cracked in two, which I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not really going anywhere for a while.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't change easily.
It's a little red in the face, for as far as you can see that between like the bruises. I'll be fine.
Are you sure? Everything about this does not seem very fine.
I can handle myself. She'll kind of, pat him on the knee, one that she can reach. She
And Jacob will just say, again, I did just kind of walk up to your unconscious body. Half beaten to death.
I'm not dead.
If you were to, I would not be having a conversation right now.
Exactly.
Jacob
She'll
will just
actually
give her a
reach.
oblivious attitude slide.
She reaches for something around her neck, which, yay, Gaia's breath.
Woo!
Though she's not quite sure if she should use it on this, so she's gonna hold it and think about it for a while. And it's like, fuck it. And yeah, she'll spend the gnosis and heals for bashing, which means she looks a lot better. Not everything gone, but at least better.
Hey, look, your nose is not at a hot angle anymore.
Hmm. Well, that's good. I'm rather fond of my nose. Kamiraya, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be. You're still learning. And apparently you've never experienced a frenzy before, so.
Um, no, not really. Well, there was the one time, right after my first change, but the person I was with did something and I didn't stay in it long. And at least now I still have all my clothes.
Helpful.
The one of the silver fangs that got me out of that place. She looks at Jacob, the one whose house I was in. He told me about what happened, and I got mad, and I sort of went Krinos, and but like I said, he did something, and that immediately calmed me down. But my clothes weren't dedicated yet. So I was in his kitchen, and yeah, that happened. She definitely does not feel comfortable talking to her cousin about this. You know? So,
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's quite a gathering. So yeah, Garm just appears out of magic of thin air of the internet.
We tend to do that a lot here.
Poof, poof, poof. Yeah, Robin goes to sit up straight when Garm steps onto the training field.
He's got a nod, Robin, and show through to the amazing superiors that are ever so present, as etiquette dictates.
Robin kind of decides that she submitted pretty well.
Hmm. Is this an awkward situation and I should just back off?
It's just a frenzy.
Oh, that kind of awkward situation.
Yeah. So, how does that go? Like, after frenzy thing? How
50 lashes in the public square, and your food rations are suspended for the next month.
Robin grows pale?
Sure.
Robin gets a pat on the head. You largely just embarrassed yourself.
Right. Well, yeah. So, no lashes.
We don't even have a public square.
Yes, there's a park. Come on, keep up.
I mean, there's the Heart of the Sept.
It's not square though.
We have like a public circle.
A small public circle.
Or a big one if you want to go all the way over to the. And she'll kind of gesture in the direction of the big fountain.
Anyway, yeah. No, you just look silly. Now, if you'd hurt someone, that would have been a very different conversation. But you didn't, so you just look silly.
Well, she got a few good licks in on me, but nothing permanent, luckily. She'll smile.
That's good to
As
hear.
she's currently like tying the pieces of the lycra top that she's wearing back together so they don't make a unfortunate wardrobe malfunction.
If you want, I can pay for a new top.
Sure. You can order me one when you feel like it.
If you tell me your size and what site you ordered it on, yeah.
She'll look over at Garm. I don't believe we've met yet.
I cannot say that I had the pleasure of being introduced. And yeah, he's going to take a knee. I'm Gard Soderberg, born on Trinpenson. Get a Fenris stock, born on 2 legs. The urge. Cub. For
Can we
still a
have-
limited amount of time.
Can we have her born on 2 legs of the Blastwalkers, the Urge as well, and Cleith?
Well, perhaps later I may be able to drop the honorific then.
I hope so. We need all the Cleiths we can get.
Hmm. I hope so too, otherwise I'll be dead. Probably.
That's right. You are a get. I hear your rite of passages are pretty brutal.
They are. Then again, I'm the one choosing to join. I could choose not to.
She'll look him over, take a sniff, and then just kind of smirk.
I mean, you can clearly sense that he is completely ironic on the sense that when he says, I could choose not to.
Well, you could choose not to, but I'm pretty sure that your tribe's patron wouldn't think too kindly on that. And I don't even want to think about what would happen if you pissed Great Fenris off.
I already lost an eye because of my name. I might as well fulfill.
I get you. I get you. Life gives you lemon, or life gives you lemons. So you punch it in the dick. I got you.
If he thinks about it, probably accurate, yes. So how does it feel to be a glass walker?
She thinks about it for a minute. Well, I'm
Must feel pretty wealthy.
actually not that well off, to be honest.
Huh.
Um, well, I mean, you wake up every day and shit post for Gaia. You troll people on pretty much any message board or social media that you can. You drain people's bank accounts and filter them into an offshore, nondescript offshore, and hope they don't notice. By the way, very sorry, Raya. And yeah, you feel very industrious as a child of cockroach.
Hmm.
I see. As a nod. I guess there are all kind of urges.
There you go. How's it going?
I'm doing well, Jacob Raya.
Hmm.
How does your job is doing? I heard you're getting promoted for a temporary position.
It's going well enough, I guess. No challenges to deal with either.
Hmm. Well, we do what we have to do with the best of our capabilities.
Pardon, sorry?
He said we do what we got to do to the best of our abilities.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. It's fairly, well, I mean, it's fairly easy going for me right now, I guess.
Most certainly the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I'm manufacturing that for myself. If you want in on a thing I was howling about a couple days ago, you need only ask.
Hmm. Well, most of these days I'm mostly interested in books in very strange places.
Hmm.
As yeah, he got a look in his eye. You could probably guess what he's meaning.
I'm not, because the player is stupid. Jacob isn't.
Wow. I mean, even Robin got it.
Yeah. He's talking about the book that you need, that you own to a bastard that is located in a hellhole.
Oh yeah, that book.
Told
Right,
you
yeah.
about this. Jeez.
I mean, that's unless I'm mistaken, the bastard made mention of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she did. Oh, he did. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, let's not assume the gender of this bastard.
Well, it was called a husband, so I presume it wasn't it. He. Fuck. Can you tell that the
Anyway,
player just got from work before starting this scene?
I feel like most of us just got in. Yep.
well, if I survive and you still need hands on this matter, I may be able to provide some.
Well, I have no doubt you will. And I'd very much appreciate any and all assistance I can give her at this point in time.
Does the as he says, I'm always wondering, are you always wearing your goddamn cop uniform? Just as in the picture.
There you go.
As a, you have quite good contacts in the police, yes.
Poke's cousin.
What?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I know. I don't have a great house pedigree. I'm sorry to have ever talked to you, my good sir.
Actually, you do have a great house pedigree,
Well, let me
Mr. Noble
rephrase it.
Heritage.
Let me rephrase it. I don't have a noble heritage of a silverfang. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed, sir.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. He asked you like you if you had good contact in the police.
Yeah, I run the police. I'm not really going to say anything less than that because I do. I run an entire precinct. So to say I have contacts with them is an understatement. It is my career.
Is there anything you think you can do about this wormish operation that seems to be hiding in the city?
I'm sorry, who's hiding in the city?
He turns to Robin.
Yes, I did tell him.
Turns back to Varaya.
Sorry, I legit didn't catch you that time.
Okay, he asked about the wormish operation. Basically, the guy who kidnapped them, and other worldly creatures.
The Yago that she told you about
Yago.
during the meeting with
Alright,
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go.
I'm working on them. Will probably take some time. I mean, at least from the sort of law enforcement end. Then we can use that information to act ourselves.
He nods. Well, if you need, I guess. Let's see. He thinks, yeah, I guess it's the same as bookkeeping. I don't have much to do currently outside of learning and getting my rite of passage.
Well, hey, if anything comes up of it, comes up with my investigations, I'll hit you up.
Yes.
So, Garm, what are your plans post rite of passage?
Licking my wounds, drinking till I fall out. Currently, those are my main objectives.
What are you going to do about a pack?
Oh, I see. We're dropping the P question. I haven't put a lot of thoughts about it currently. I was more worried about not dying.
One thing at a time. I like this.
So perhaps you can explain me why there's more cars in the Umbra.
More cars in the Umbra?
I mean, OC, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm under the assumption that you're under General Lee, which, if I'm correct, is a fucking car.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
that's what he was referring to.
Well, my pack is we came together. We have very similar outlooks on what we enjoy, what we're good at, and so we decided to pick a totem that helps strengthen that. General Lee is right up that alley.
What, the car from that folksy TV show?
Yeah, pretty much anything that's ever created, as you know, gets an Umbra reflection. If enough attention and fondness and emotion is put behind it, General Lee is no exception. Eventually, that spirit was adopted by Rat, and now it's one of the totems.
So, what you're saying is that there is theoretically, as he thinks about it, theoretically we could find Kit in the Umbra.
You would probably have to go to the cyber realm, but yes. Most modern incarnations of fictional characters or devices or anything of that nature, you're almost always going to find in the cyber realm.
So you have a car that's a spirit.
Yes. It's not much to look at right now, but with some time, some love, and some work, it will be quite the powerful spirit. Equally quite the powerful truck.
Wow. That'll be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, we'll see what comes of it.
When I explain that to the boys, I'll never hear the end of it. Rather, I will never hear the end of it.
Well, that is the wonderful thing about our spirit ecology in the Umbra, is that it is extremely diverse. Especially thanks to the broods of cockroach and rat.
I mean, you say that you're not the one who's going to have to endure the endless questions of a bunch of Hell's Angels about the potential existence of a mythological Harley Davidson spirit.
She'll think about it and nod. Yeah. Are you part of a motor club?
I think more than the Motor Club has latched itself onto me.
Fair enough.
Currently, that's my situation.
Well, if they are of the nation, then yeah. Maybe you as a Theurge will be able to track down a Harley Davidson spirit and make use of it.
His face is a mix of that is an interesting idea to purchase, and on the other side, it's the face of someone who's like, I will endure such pain in the future because of this.
So we've gone from jumping bridges in the Tellurian to jumping bridges in the Umbra on motorcycles. Okay.
I mean, technically, if you awaken a car with the Rite of Spirit Awakening, it has presence both in the Umbra and in the Tellurian. And you can drive both from either side. So let's say that we have to infiltrate a wormish facility, and we steal one of their delivery vans, and we have one person driving it in the Tellurian. Everybody else can be in the Umbra version of it, riding along just as if they were there.
Interesting concept.
Why has nobody ever done this before?
Well, up until recently, this sept has been extremely in the spirits of nature and whatnot.
Well, yeah, technology is taboo, and there are other spirits that offer different services that other guru might be more inclined to take.
Oh yeah. When Felix was alive, it was bad and he shouldn't be doing it. But now that he's dead, it's okay and everything's fine.
I mean, I don't really understand the point that's being made here. I think at the time there was a lot of controversy around some of Felix's views and stated goals that may have been related to his views on technology. I wasn't really a part of that, so I haven't really made much of a judgment call. Other than that one time ordeal the Weaver was made and it resulted in a stasis vector coming to this sept and almost calcifying the cairn. I mean, we were all pretty much universally, against that one. Like, I remember even Felix during his early days was against that one. Kind of common sense for everyone back there. But I remember just kind of hearing things about that and picking up gossip. I wasn't really a part of the whole controversy. I mean, when I got to know Felix better, it seems like his views had at least changed on the matter, which probably made his association with technology and technological spirits far less controversial. So I think it had less to do with his association to technology and more what those associations meant and entailed in the long run.
Cammy just kind of lets out a long sigh. With all due respect, Raya, there is a technophobia that persists within the nation.
I mean, I literally have Kevlar armor dedicated to me. I understand what you mean. Like, I'm not gonna say there's not technophobia in the nation. There is absolutely technophobia in the nation. But I'm just disagreeing with the notion that there's a double standard and that it was bad for Felix, like, for this specific thing, as if there wasn't a reason for it at the time. Like, it had less to do with the technological spirits involved, because if that was the case, then we'd have issues with pretty much most of what the Bone Gnawers do here and what you're doing now, and yet that's not really a controversy.
Well, most...
It wasn't the means, it's the end.
There's a fair number of Garu that think everything that the Glasswalkers do is tainted. Thus, given the term Ura is so prevalent, especially among the pure tribes and other society-shunning individuals. Fact of the matter is that technology and a handful of technological spirits are not necessarily bad. It just depends on how how much liberty you want to give them, what kind of deals you make with them. Pattern spiders are fairly agreeable.
The Weaver has attacked this sept on God knows how many occasions at this point.
True. But you're also
after we made the deal with it, actually, which I think is the problem, or was the problem at the time.
I don't know the details and specifics of that particular deal, but
it was to do with a bunch of Malthian portals showing up. The Weaver got rid of them, empowered it. We'd made a deal. I don't know what we specifically did that empowered it. But basically, a deal was made that it would get rid of the portals, so we wouldn't have to for some reason. I mean, I wouldn't have made this deal because, frankly, this should have been on us to solve ourselves. But yeah, we had the Weaver do it instead, and that resulted in it getting more powerful, and then we had to deal with that issue, and then we had to basically fucking raid a hospital to power the Weaver because it was turning people into fucking drones.
Well,
basically the situation had gotten out of hand because people allowed it to get out of hand.
All I know is that everything has to be done in a certain balance. The Weaver can be used as a tool or an ally in some cases. It follows very specific rules and is less chaotic than the worm and not inherently corrupted except by madness.
I mean, it is literally the embodiment of stasis. I would expect it to be very non-chaotic.
So, as with all spirits, whatever deals you make with them have to be worded extremely carefully. Infinitely more so than with the Weaver spirits. Weaver spirits don't attack us on sight as long as we're following the rules of a given area as they see it. Thus, why we can walk down the city streets as long as we're all staying on the sidewalks. Or at least going in the direction that traffic would normally go. But I should look over it to Kailani. I never got to meet Felix, but I've heard good things about him. And I'm hoping that his contributions to the Sept are what enable me to operate at my fullest potential.
He's a good man. Had a bit of a rough start. I don't think my former alpha ever got along with him, but I mean, I'm certainly not going to speak ill of him.
That's wise.
And whatever good he's done, I hope to continue to build on it, Raya. Or Yuff.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh yeah, Kalani, you undergoing a Fossen challenge soon? I swear, you've been clear for longer than I've been a Garu now.
Probably, yes. I have been clear longer than many people have been Garu. I will have my challenge soon, and I will pass it.
I certainly hope so after all this prep work. Anyway, I should probably get out of here. I'll see y'all later.
I should probably get going too. Robin, good work today. Don't let the frenzy be a setback for you.
Yeah,
Be careful in the future, okay?
I apologize again, Kamiraya. I'll try not to let it happen again.
Cammy is going to look at Robin. She'll just smirk and then boop and begin to walk away.
Yep. Jacob will kind of begin to walk off. Unless Robin wants to go with him, in which case he'll walk off with a battered and bruised Robin.
I mean, yeah, if he's, yeah, you know, why not? She'll walk with him. She'll greet Kailani and Garm. Yeah. Two Silver Fangs skedaddle.
And Garm is gonna look on the horizon and take his axe and walk off into the sunset. Perhaps never to be seen again.
No.
Who knows?
And with that cheerful note, we will, well, end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And we'll see you again on, oh my god, did that just happen? Garu Venue.
Bye, Bird.